Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO, specifically the expected move and how we're going to gauge this on what range it could go to this week. Now, before I get to this video, I'd like to remind you that I do have a free Discord server, link in the description below. It's completely free. We're super active, so if you want to join it, like I said, just hop in here, ask me any questions related to the stock market. I'm always super active. Now let's get right into the video and let's talk about the expected move. Now, for all of y'all that do not know the expected move, this may be your first time hearing about this. It's a move that market makers, they like the stock to stay in between, so it's a range. In order to find this, you go to your option chain. So I use TD Ameritrade, you type in NIO, and then you go to the next week's expiration. Now all the options always expire on Fridays, unless there's a holiday. So next Friday is the 22nd. So you follow it, you go all the way to the 22nd, and you see that the move is plus or minus 5.91 with an implied volatility of 103%. You don't really have to worry about that, but this is what you want to look at. The expected move is this move right here. Now, when you chart it out, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, you can round this up to $6 if you wanted to, but notice that it's plus or minus, so that's why we have that range. It's either up 591 or down 591, and we'll put that on the chart just so y'all can see that a little better. So let's do that together, guys. So you take from where it closed at on Friday, you take your ruler tool and you go up 591 or $6, whichever one's closest. So like I said, it doesn't have to be exact, it just has to be close to what the move is. So we're going to draw out the line right here, and let's make that a color that we can all see. So I'll make it green, and then you take the ruler again and you go down 591. Like I said, it's a range, so you have to do plus and minus. So 591, right about here, that's good enough. You take your drawing tool and you just draw it. So for the week of the next upcoming week, NIO is expected to stay in between this range right here. Now that means it can either push up to the top, it can push up to the bottom, and it can even go above and below, but market makers want it to stay in between this range. Now this is something we call the first deviation. There's a 68% chance that it stays in between this first deviation, right? Now if you want to find the second deviation, which is a 95% chance, all you have to do is just add 591 again. So let's add 591, and then boom, we have it right up here. Keep in mind that you would do it for the minus, but there's a 95% chance it would stay within that range. So the expected move is just something you can gauge to see where the stock could potentially move within that week. Like I said, it doesn't even have to stay in between. It doesn't have to go above, it doesn't have to go below. It can stay right here for the whole week. This is just a range that market makers like to give. NIO and any other stock, the range is going to be different, but for this week, this is the range they wanted to stay in between. Now let's do some technical analysis since we just saw the expected move. So I told y'all that if it fell below this support right here at $57, which it did on Friday, I'm thinking it's coming down to $53.69. Now the $53.69, that's an amazing dip by opportunity. A lot of y'all, I was talking about this, a lot of y'all didn't think it was coming to $53. Well, it's looking like it's heading there. Now, I'm still bullish on NIO long term. This is just a short dip, guys. So if you're a long-term investor, there's no reason for you to worry about this. Add on if you can. Do not panic. NIO is still an amazing company that's good for the long term. But I do think we're getting that dip to $53. And if you scroll out, guys, look. On the bigger picture, this dip is nothing. This dip is completely nothing. I know we had that huge hype up with NIO Day. Then we just sold off last week, the whole week. And then now we're getting this amazing dip by opportunity. I would not be worried at all if NIO gets to $53.69. That's an amazing dip by opportunity, and that's where I would add on. Now, for the bullish case scenario, let's say on Tuesday it's bullish, right? Well, we need to get above $57. That's the first step we need to get above. Now, once we get above that, then we ultimately have to get above $59, and then we can start heading back up to all-time highs. Because if we don't, we're just going to get rejected like we did on Friday. Notice that we just fell completely through this area and just plummeted back down to this support and ultimately fell at the end of the day. So we know that this $51 range, $59 range is something that's going to give us trouble. Now, once we get above it, we can start smooth sailing and then start uptrending again. That's perfectly fine. So this is the ideal picture for NIO to do. Now, I'm not saying NIO will do this, but this is the bullish case scenario. We get above $59, we confirm it, then we start this slow uptrend like we did over here and start uptrending back up to all-time highs. So eventually, yes, I think NIO is going to be well past 70 plus. But for right now, we need to focus on what's happening, and what's happening is we're getting rejected by the support at $57. So it's most likely coming to $53.69. Now it could turn around on Tuesday. I'm not saying that it's not going to turn around Tuesday. It easily could. But you need to look at the charts, and the charts tell me right now, until we get back above $57, we're heading to $53.69. Overall, I'm bullish on this stock long term. I just wanted to point out the expected move just so y'all can understand what that is, and then you can look at, ahead. You can look at January 29th, February 5th. So you can just place these moves in, and you can see they go all the way into 2023. Either way, I just want to educate y'all about that just so you can get an understanding of what that is, and then I just wanted to break down the chart from a technical standpoint. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all of the support, and I'll see you all in the next video.